Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ciarra, and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so we're back again with another pick a card, and this is going to be covering, what is the current energy around your career. So again, this is more so about kind of identifying the energy again that is happening in your career situation right now, and that is just to help you guys determine whether or not you like that energy or you need to change that energy. I've done some previous videos about, again, how do you need to progress in your career, things along those lines. So that might be another good video to watch in kind of conjunction with this to see if they're, again, basically if you need to change the energy, maybe that can help kind of pinpoint some things that you need to do in regards to that. But with that said, this is still a general reading, so not every card, not every message may resonate for you personally. So again, if you are attracted to more than one pile, that is perfectly fine. Definitely go along with what your intuition is telling you. And so we have 4 piles here today. For pile 1, we have the snakeskin agate. For pile 2, we have the Libyan desert tektite. For pile 3, we have rose quartz. And for pile 4, we have varusite. Hopefully I pronounced that right. So again, take as much time as you need to meditate on these piles. If you guys are interested in more exclusive pick-a-cards, the Pisces Twin podcast, personal readings, all kinds of fun extra goodies, definitely do consider checking out my Patreon link down below in the description. And with that said, let's go ahead and jump into your messages. All right, for those of you who picked pile 1 with the snakeskin agate, we're going to go ahead and flip over the cards here. We're working just with oracle cards today and see what is going on for the energy around your career situation right now. So we're going to start off with I think we'll just flip over all the cards. So we have Mars in Pisces with escape. We also have we have Venus in Taurus with romance. Ooh. We have, oh wow, we have the Shield Maiden with make plans and focus. We have Environmentalist. You're an Earth Angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and animals. We also have Time to Decide with make a decision based on your heart's true desire. We also have Blossoming Abundance coming out here. And we have Seek Your Destiny. Wow. Okay, so some initial things that kind of came to mind here is some of you, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, some of you seem to be maybe kind of dabbling with a office romance, it feels like. And for some of you, I feel like it's kind of gotten out of hand where you kind of either underestimated how deeply you'd be feeling about this person, or again, maybe it was just completely something you were not expecting because, again, you're a very professional person, but it just kind of happened. And so some of you are a little bit afraid of that energy and what is happening because you don't want it to jeopardize, again, your work. But in general, I feel like some of you are kind of having questions about maybe your destiny in regards to your career, and there's obviously a strong need here to kind of maybe refocus for some of you in regards to, especially since we have the Shield Maiden here, and we're going to get more into all these cards, but make plans and focus. It could be maybe for some of you this romance aspect is kind of again caught you very off guard, and so it's like all of your time and all your focus has been kind of around that your actual work may be suffering because of it. There's definitely something about your environment being very you're very sensitive to your environment, and it's definitely having an effect on what it is you're doing in your career right now. And clearly, a lot of you have to come to a decision about how you're dealing with this. And again, you have to make that decision based on what is most aligned with your heart and, again, your destiny. So definitely take a look at your North Node and your South Node relationship, because there could definitely be something going on there. On that note, let's go ahead and talk about our astrology cards here. We have Mars and Venus, which Mars and Venus are always very connected to each other. They're kind of like counterparts, of course. So let's talk about Taurus and Venus. So with the romance card, when this card is drawn in a reading, it usually indicates for the questioner a pleasurable forthcoming event, probably with a little monetary gain attached. The best business relationship bet will succeed if concerned with one of the arts. So there's a big green light for a lot of you. If you particularly are working in the arts, something big is going to pay off there. So events here is a love affair, a fortunate marriage, living happily in comfort, gaining through a love relationship, a windfall or gift from someone close. So maybe even some of you are kind of like concerned because it's like, maybe it's a client, or again, maybe it's somebody who you work with, and it's like, you don't want like your romantic situation like to have them favor you. Again, because I get a sense like you really work hard on your own merit. But regardless, there's some really good, abundant things happening through this connection. So don't be so afraid of it. Like, I get where you're coming off in that way. I can understand that. Because again, you don't want it to jeopardize your professionalism, but at the same time, you are benefiting from it, and that's a great thing. You're kind of being rewarded, I feel like, from the universe, where it's like they're kind of handing you like, hey, like, here's love, here's abundance, here's your career, it's all gonna go good. Don't worry about it. I don't know. That's just kind of the energy I'm getting right now at the moment. So let's talk about the escape card. When this card is drawn in a reading, it may show that the questioner's desire to please others to the exclusion of personal needs has placed him or her with a complex and uncomfortable relationship or situation. Mars in Pisces is very rarely a fighting aspect, and more often than not, eventually when all the other options fail, leads one to escape from a situation by any means available. So the particular events are using great energy to extract oneself from a tricky situation, working extremely hard for the benefit of others, shutting one's eyes to the reality of a situation. So really interesting stuff going on here. So let's go ahead and also talk about our Shield Maiden here. So I'll move this card over. So with the Shield Maiden, her message for you guys is in regards to have a plan or strategy in place before moving forward. So take some time to assess what your next steps will be. All great warriors have a plan. You are a sensitive being, and if you're not prepared for the task you are taking on, you could end up feeling exposed and helpless. The ancestor guidance that is coming to you now is a reminder that you have a warrior's heart and that you have it within you to be more prepared and focused than you have been recently. So have a strategy in place and then let your guides support you as you move forward. So that is definitely a big key for you right now when it comes to your career situation, is get that plan in place. So, and then of course, with that in addition, we have that blossoming abundance here. So increasing wealth and value. This card shows a beautiful golden garden in the springtime, which is, this is a timeless reading, but again, if you're watching this in conjunction with when I'm posting it, we're in springtime. We're moving into that time period right now. So there you go. With coins and new flowers blossoming all around. They even hang like fruit on the tree above. Upright, this card signals a new increase in wealth, possibly in a dramatic and unexpected way. Be aware that you sow the seeds of your own wealth and prosperity, much like a gardener works the ground and begins to see blooming results take hold. This card upright indicates that the universe is blessing you and helping the fruits of your labor to blossom. So smell the flowers and tend to the new growth. Be grateful and enjoy. Exactly. Enjoy what is coming to you right now. And so finally, the last card we will really address here is the Seek Your Destiny card, card 37. So with this, it says, you have purpose and reason for being. You could have one or even several destinies. Are you afraid to believe in destiny because others may laugh? Don't be. It could be as simple as taking a moment to look within and discover those things that you love most passionately and bring them out into the light. but you will never know if you're afraid to step through the doorway and see what's on the other side. Trust that everything you hope and dream of will be there waiting for you. Exactly. Take a little leap of faith on this situation. However it's resonating for you, obviously you got to make a decision. And either way, it's like something beautiful and blossoming and abundant is going to come from this. Both in, I feel like strongly for you guys, it could come in the form of love and your career. So you could kind of have it all around if you play your cards right. So that is everything I'm seeing here for this particular pile. So if this resonated, please do let me know. Of course, if you're interested in getting more exclusive content and readings and all kinds of other fun stuff, do check out my Patreon link down below. And I will see you in the next one. All right, for those that picked pile 2 here with the Libyan Gold Tektite, we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading. Again, today we are working mainly with the Oracle cards, so we'll see what is going on for the energy around your career right now. So we're just going to go ahead and flip all the cards over. So we have Mars in Cancer with Quarrel. We have Moon in Leo with Appreciation. We have the Protection Guardian with Drop Your Shield. So this is very, this card's energy is very similar to Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael might be one of your guardians who's watching over you right now, which definitely could mean that you need to cut some ties right now. It's interesting because we have family coming out. So loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. And we have Quarrel here in Cancer. So Cancer is the 4th house, and it very much rules family, home, mother, these kind of aspects. So maybe for some of you, you kind of do like family business related things, or maybe you're kind of having some quarrels with your family about your career. Because we also have the options card here. So consider the career possibilities that are open to you. So maybe you're kind of thinking and considering some different options when it comes to your career. Maybe your family is kind of chiming in, giving their opinion, and maybe it's kind of confusing you. Because we also have the indecision card, though, in reverse. So this is a good sign. We'll get more into this card in a moment, but it usually indicates that the confusion around what direction you need to move in is clearing up. And then lastly, we have Seek the Lesson. So there's definitely a big lesson that you're learning throughout this whole process. And it could be like, yeah, you need to kind of trust yourself and your own intuition and move forward in your main direction, knowing what is right for you, not being too swayed by, again, friends or family in that regard. Or it could be the opposite, where your family is really trying to help support you in making this decision. Maybe they're even getting frustrated at you because you keep going back and forth about it. But I feel like that is going to improve very soon. So let's talk about our astrological cards first and foremost. Go ahead and set these over here. So we'll talk about the Moon in Leo. So with the Appreciation, it says, when this card appears in a reading, it can indicate a powerful need for recognition in some aspect of life. There may be a feeling that those around are not responding appreciatively enough, provoking an unhelpful over-the-top response. The card can also indicate emotional dependency on a partner or close friends. I feel like that's what you guys are doing, instead of trusting your own inner guidance and your own inner voice. Dependency on a partner or close friend. Positively, if the card does not refer to the questioner, it can portray someone popular, generous, and much admired by others. So the events here is a lavish occasion, a theatrical event, children's performance, pride in achievement, short-lived fame, excessively dramatic behavior, family party or gathering. That is crazy. So maybe you're getting together with friends and family very soon. They're going to be asking you about your career, what you're doing now, and just be wary though, because I feel like there's a possibility through you kind of expressing what it is you're doing now, or the direction you're deciding to move in, that there could be, again, some quarrels that come up in that regard. So let's go ahead and talk about that Quarrel card, our Mars in Cancer. So with it here, When this card is selected, it usually shows that all is not well in the family nest. So events are a continuing family row, a family estrangement, fighting over inheritance, a divorce, or a problem involving custody. Wow, that's pretty wild. So let's go ahead and talk about, though, our protection guardian here, because no matter what, it's saying drop the shield. So I feel like some of you have had a tendency to kind of hide or feel like shameful for maybe the path that you've been going on or that you want to go on, or again, you're interested in this particular subject or career path. And it's kind of time now to just stop acting. Stop pretending like this isn't what's meant for you and just own up to it and own that shit, especially in the face of your friends and family. Because again, it's your life and you have to live it for you, not for them. So drop any shields of shame, resistance, and fear that are standing between you and your chances of enjoyment and fun. Know that you don't need to hide who you are or the gifts you have. You were born to shine. So you may have encountered shame or embarrassment in your past, but that is not your present. Angels are drawing close at this time to help you move beyond any limiting thoughts, emotions, and patterns that may be making you feel unsafe. Know that angelic protection is swirling around you at this moment and will help you move forward in a more fearless way. Call on your guides for help in changing your frequency so you can feel safe and protected at this time. You are stronger than you think, and you and your angels and ancestor guides are here to help you realize this now. Exactly. So our final message is seek the lesson. So this is card 35. So with it, it says, wisdom is born from seeking the lesson in all experiences, both the good and bad. It is born from the awareness that everything is connected and that all happens for a reason. So when the reason remains even when the reason remains a mystery. Embrace a new idea, new awareness, or the new knowledge that comes from listening to your internal voice, and to the human and non-human teachers and messengers who will come in and out of your life. Let them inspire you to explore unknown pathways. Exactly. And lastly, we have I almost forgot about our indecision card, but we have the indecision card. So again, normally this is talking about which choice to make, but since it's in the reverse, congratulations. This card reversed indicates a newfound freedom from indecision. You have either recently made or are just about to make an important decision. This is an important time, so bring a clarity of consciousness to your new direction. The fragmented and confused energy that you've been sending out is gone, and now you can bring new structure to your plans and your life. You may not have known what to do in the past, but your soul has been trying to guide you all along. Open up to the potential of this time and create some clear and powerful intentions regarding your new choice. Then let yourself move forward with purpose and personal power. A big thing for you guys to work on is that personal power right now. And don't back down. Stay true to, again, your authentic self and your integrity. So that is everything I'm seeing here for this particular pile. So if this resonated, please do let me know. Feel free to comment down below. And if you're ever interested in more exclusive pick-a cards, the Pisces Twin podcast, personal readings, all of that will be available through my Patreon link down below. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, for those that picked pile 3 here with the lovely rose quartz, we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading and see what is going on for the energy around your career. Today we are just using the oracle cards, so we're going to go ahead and flip these all over. So we have Jupiter and Scorpio with manipulation, so be wary that you might be kind of being manipulated in your career right now in some aspect, maybe a coworker, a boss, something uncomfy like that. We also have Mercury in Virgo with caution, so you got to be aware of this. We have Elder with move beyond ancestral patterns. Interesting. We have Study with reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career, as well as talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for guidance. So obviously there's some situation happening here in your career where you're very much confused. And again, a big part of that is wherever this manipulation is coming in. We also have the temple path in the reverse coming out for you guys. And we have make the sacrifice. Ooh, wow. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's some sort of information being withheld from you. And again, you're being cautioned to kind of pause and make sure you get all the facts before moving forward. So let's go ahead and dive a little bit into those astrology cards. So with Mercury in Virgo, it's talking about, in a reading, this card usually indicates a need to carefully examine the pros and cons of a problem before taking any action. Virgo doesn't rush heedlessly into things. Although the card indicates a specialist, as with all Mercury contacts, it holds the potential for more than one skill to fall back on in an emergency. So events are detailed craft work, cataloging, a laborious task needing care and patience, restoration of order at work, a need to plan ahead. And then we have that Jupiter in Scorpio. So with this card, in a reading, this card may warn that one is following a false or manipulative person. Scorpio's natural rulership of the 8th house shows a benefit from an inheritance or heirloom. So events are a difficult legal problem, persuasive promotion or propaganda for a person or project, detective work to prize out someone's secrets. Somebody might be trying to prize out some information from you. Let's go ahead and talk about our Elder card as well here. It is saying, move beyond the limitations that have been set for you by family members past and present. Know that the energy of your spirit is more powerful than genetics and behavioral patterns. So the Elder is the ancestor who comes with a message of healing change. He is an embodied soul, yet he has had journeys that go beyond the physical. Therefore, he represents a reclamation of power. When he appears, it's an acknowledgement that you have the capacity to move beyond the limitations that have been placed upon you. If you have had expectations of success, failure, sadness, or even sickness placed upon you by your family, it's important to know that you are here to create your own story. I feel like some of you who picked this pile also picked the previous pile. This card represents personal healing that will bring healing to your family lineage, past, present, and future. Know that you get to decide what you take on. And also know that your ancestors are rooting for you and are sorry for any setbacks they have created for you. Wow. So this is this situation with your career. You might have had a lot of struggles and problems in your career that just seem like kind of like a repeated problem, even though it's like, you don't understand why it keeps happening. Well, part of it is literally some family karma that you're trying to work through and trying to overcome. You can be the link that breaks that chain. So let's talk about the temple path on that note. So this is card 12. So with it here, normally this is talking about spiritual purpose and support. In the reverse, receiving this card reverse is a sign that you may have fallen off your path. You could be too focused on worldly possessions and material gain, or you may simply be maintaining old, unhealthy habits of fear, limitation, worry, or doubt. Whatever is distracting you, receiving this card reverse is a firm message that it's time to make your spiritual life and evolution a much higher priority. Not doing so represents an important loss of power. So clear your mind, meditate, and open up to the presence of spirit. Whatever else you may have going on, consider this an important part of your personal and tactical plans. The support and inspiration of all eternity and countless loving spirits are available to you. Not turning to them is like cursing the dark when you refuse to turn on the lights. Wow. So clearly it's like, you need to spend more time with your spiritual development than worrying about just your career. Like, again, if you're struggling, you're having problems in your career area right now, if you change your focus to, again, your interpersonal and spiritual situation, it's going to literally help improve your career situation in ways that you don't even realize. So lastly, we have Make the Sacrifice, which is card 27. So with this card, it says, you will not achieve the outcome you desire if you are unwilling to act upon your intentions. It's not as simple as wanting something to happen or believing that it will happen. You have to make it happen. And to make it happen requires that you be willing and ready to do whatever is necessary, no matter the sacrifice. For everything you desire, you must give of yourself in return. Exactly. You cannot be expecting to grow, to manifest, if you don't put in the time in the study. If you don't take the actions to make it happen. Again, you cannot move beyond these ancestral patterns or any kind of bad negative pattern unless you put in the work to make it happen. It's just not going to happen because you wish it to be. You have to wish it to be, and then you got to act, and you got to make the wish come true for you. Because then the universe will actually be able to assist you and make it happen. Because the universe can't do anything if they don't have energy to work with, if you're not making those necessary steps. So again, really sit down, get into a meditative state, and really work with your guides and your higher self, because you need to have a big, long conversation with them, because they're trying to scream out to you and talk to you, but you're not hearing it. So with that said, that is everything I'm seeing here for this particular pile. So if this resonated, please do leave a like, comment down below, and of course, if you are interested in any kind of personal readings, extra fun goodies, more pick a card content, definitely do check out my Patreon link down below. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. For those that picked the fourth and final pile with the Veracite piece right here, we're going to go ahead and see what is going on for the energy around your career right now. And we are working with just the Oracle cards today, so we're going to see what we got. So we have Venus and Scorpio with secrets. Interesting. We also have Jupiter in Cancer with speculation, which is actually a card I've never pulled from this deck, so I'm very curious to know what that has to say. We also have Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. We have Support, so your life purpose fully supports you. Archangel Raphael might be a particular guardian around you right now. We also have Writing, so you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. So I don't know how much of you guys are doing writing in your career, or if you're working on a book, a story of some sort. We also have, we have Man holding a coin. Damn, like you do have some massive support coming in here as well. I also feel like some of you should definitely be working on healing, because we have that Caduceus here. And again, Raphael has a lot to do with that. And lastly, we have Embrace Spirit. Some of you might be very good at like automatic writing. You have a warrior spirit, obviously, guarding over you. You embody that as well. Again, you're meant to be very fearless. You're going to stand strong in your convictions, and you literally, for some of you, you could have a masculine figure coming in to literally like support you, not only like business-wise, monetarily wise, but also this mattering on the situation. This could turn into a romantic partner as well, which we'll get more into in a moment. But let's start off with our astrological cards, because these are ones, again, some of them I've never pulled before, and some of them I very rarely have pulled, so I'm very curious. So, with the Secrets card, when one receives this card in a reading, it usually indicates that a deep secret is being held by the questioner or is being hidden from them by someone very close. Interesting. So, events here is a secret liaison, a secret love, a passionate love affair, money comes to a partner, a shared inheritance, an expression of extreme jealousy. Interesting. And then we have that speculation. Jupiter in Cancer. So let's see what that has to say. When this card is drawn during a reading, it encourages the questioner to look at his or her family for support and even financial help with regard to the question asked. The speculation card is also a good indication of a successful outcome to an immediate property deal or imminent property deal. Interesting. So events are a legal situation involving the home, running a family business from home, exploiting an inheritance to the benefit of the family. Interesting stuff here. So obviously, there's definitely some stuff going on with your family. Maybe you work with your family or your family's involved with your career very closely. But there's something here that you're kind of keeping secret. Again, for some of you, maybe you're having a romantic relationship with somebody that you do business with and you don't want anybody else to find out. But let's go ahead and see what else we have here. So let's talk about our warrior and what his message is for you guys. So with the warrior present, his message is, don't back down. Make your opinions heard. Don't settle for second best. So if you're experiencing fear at this time, know that this means whatever is going on is important to you. Whenever you feel fear, you are on the verge of something big, perhaps a massive breakthrough that is going to really help you move forward. If you have a situation on your hands where you have to face someone or something that's been unsettling you, know that you are being guided to call up your inner warrior. Don't falter and don't be frightened, because you have the energy to protect yourself now and at all times. So next up, let's talk about our man holding a coin. This is card 43. So let's see what he has to say for you. So, a male connection in money, health, or value. So this card shows a man sitting in a lush, flowery field, holding a large, bright coin. For men, this could indicate an aspect of yourself and a readiness to further your goals and receive increased health, money, or value in your life. Greater success is on its way when you take control of your own finances and act. This card upright could also reveal the assistance of a financial advisor or healer whom you already know are soon to meet. This man is helpful and may bring sage advice concerning the action you need to take next. Be open to this person showing up with support, but always turn to your own intuitive guidance to weigh the information you receive. This could also signify a new love interest with a wealthy man or a man from work. Interesting stuff here, guys. So then we have 2 8s coming up here as well. So that might be significant for some of you. So let's talk about that. Embrace spirit. You are a spiritual being living a physical life. Embrace spirit in your journey and reaffirm your connection with the divine. Fly to the heavens, but remember to look down and see that the divine exists in the magical natural world beneath you. Spirit dwells within all, and everything you see and know, and everything you do not see, and which is unknown. Both the creative and the destructive, the beautiful and the ugly are born of divine. Of the divine. So yeah, some really interesting stuff coming up for you guys. Definitely some growth could be happening in your career in some aspect, which is why, again, you need to be fearless, especially when you're feeling like, oh my God, like anxiety and fear over like the next step that you're coming through. But again, there's going to be a lot of support for you as well. In fact, whoever it is that you could be getting involved with could end up becoming a really great partner. And it's really interesting because he has violet eyes. So I don't know if that is significant for some of you. I'm going to look at this one too. He has more like hazel eyes. So that is everything I'm seeing here for this particular pile. So if this resonated, please do let me know. Comment down below. If you guys have any suggestions for future pick-a-cards that you would like to see, also leave those suggestions in the comments. And if you'd like more exclusive content and pick-a-cards, Pisces Twin Podcast, all kinds of other fun goodies, definitely do check out my Patreon, because that is where you can find all that fun stuff. So thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next one.